Welcome back to the St. Louis Cardinals rebuild here in MLB The Show 25. We are looking to rebuild this team, and first things first, I wanted to start with Phil Maton. Went out and signed him. The St. Louis Cardinals have signed him, and he pitched on opening day for the Cardinals, and so we did add him. We're going to look real quick over his stats to start this video out. Last year, I'm assuming it was Houston and New York. I'm not very familiar with Phil Maton, to be quite honest, so two different teams in 2024. Houston before that he pitched a few years with, and got his start in San Diego, spent some time in Cleveland, Houston, obviously with the New York Mets, and now in St. Louis. Now, with the game's logic and things, I was not able to get the same contract that the Cardinals got with him. They signed him on a one-year deal, $2 million. For us, we signed him for 2 years, 2.7 a year, and he literally would not accept a single-year deal. So we have him for a couple of years. Look at his attributes. He's got 24 stamina, good hit per 9, solid K per 9. The walks might be a little bit of an issue. Home runs at 69, pitching clutch at 74, control at 68. And so he's got a cutter, curveball, sweeper, sinker, and slider. I do like his pitching repertoire, so we will see. We've got him here in the bullpen now, 72 overall. 31-year-old veteran in the bullpen. That does help our bullpen quite a bit because the bullpen is not great. As you see, we have a 59 overall Chris Roycroft. Our closing situation is about the only thing that's pretty set in stone in Ryan Helsley, although we know he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year, so we have to be careful or figure out what we're going to do with Helsley. He's 30 years old already. But with that being said, if you're enjoying the content, we're getting ready to jump into opening day. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button for me. Let's get into opening day. For this opening day, we are starting with the exact same roster as the 2025 St. Louis Cardinals. The roster is the exact same. I went through, double-checked everything on the Cardinals roster on their website. Got the 26-man identical to what it was for opening day, and I think the lineup the exact same as well, as I went through and looked at the stat sheet to see where everybody was batting and who started. So we have an accurate lineup coming into opening day. Excited to get this series started, excited to try to rebuild this Cardinals franchise and really make them a perennial contender once again. Good shot at outside Busch Stadium for opening day, and maybe, I'm going to say, the best opening day in all of baseball. You got the Clydesdales, you got the Red Jackets welcoming the new team into the stadium, coming through on vehicles, trucks, you name it, coming around. And it's always just an amazing experience at Busch Stadium on opening day. Here is our projected leaders for the 2025 season. They got Mason Wynn, 274. Lars Nootbaar with an OPS of 763. Nolan Arenado with 24 home runs, which we will see. I'm actually pretty interested to see what Nolan Arenado produces, just because last year I think it was 16 home runs he had. He's projected to get hit for 86 ribbies. Mason Wynn, 15 stolen bases, and a WAR leader of Nolan Arenado at 3.2. Sonny Gray on the hill for opening day as we get started on this franchise. Game 1 of 162 for 2025. Sonny Gray a year ago, 28 games started. Of course, he started on the DL a year ago. 13-9 record, 166 innings pitched. Good strikeout rate, 30.3%, 203 strikeouts. Good whip, just over 1, 384 ERA, walk rate of 5.8%. And we are set to face DH Willie Castro leading off for the Minnesota Twins here. Ooh, bad opening pitch there early on the meter. Castro 0 for 5 in his career against Sonny Gray with the strikeout. Just trying to make it 2. Cutter inside. That's going to be hit for a base knock. And we'll get a runner on to start the game. Willie Castro at first base. Jose Miranda steps in. He's one of the victims of Ryan Helsley on opening day. Hit 284 a year ago, 9 home runs, 49 ribbies. Hit and run. Barehand play by Mason Wynn. Nice play by Mason Wynn. And good job by the Twins, though, staying out of the double play with the runner moving. Here is the lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Willie Castro and Jose Miranda we have seen. Carlos Correa due up next. Royce Lewis fourth. Matt Wallner, Byron Buxton, Ryan Jeffers, Trevor Larnach, and Edward Julien rounding out the Twins lineup. So dangerous hitter in Carlos Correa, who hit .310 with 14 home runs. OPS of 905 a year ago, 54 ribbies. Sweeper up and away. We get a pop-up by Correa. Donnie is under it, and that is out number 2. So we will look to strand this runner at second base. Base knock, probably going to bring him home. Royce Lewis, 233 average last year. Early on that, and that is going to bring a run home. Ball hit down into the right field corner. Jordan Walker fields it. That's going to be a double for Lewis. And the Twins are on the board 1-0. Obviously couldn't hold him to 1, but that one left up in the zone. But it's going to be a pop-up. And Brendan Donovan is going to get his second pop-up in the first inning. So 1 run scored off of a couple of hits. Royce Lewis puts one into right field and gets a ribby to start off the Minnesota Twins in the 2025 season. Pablo Lopez, 32 starts, 15-10 record in 185 innings pitched a year ago, 4.08 ERA, 25.6% strikeout rate, walk rate about the same as Sonny Gray at 198 strikeouts and a whip of 119. Lars Nootbaar leading off here for the Cardinals. Ooh, and pitch number 1 grounded to second base. Good timing, weak contact on it though. We look at the Cardinals lineup. Nootbaar, Contreras, Donovan, Arenado, Burleson, Herrera, Jordan Walker in the 7-hole. Victor Scott and Mason Wind around the lineup. Out on the bench, Nolan Gorman, Michael Ciani, Pedro Paez, and Lucan Baker. Contreras due up second. Now Lopez just 1 pitch into his first outing. Watch that one get in there for a strike. That one wouldn't have been a bad one to swing at. 1 for 7 Contreras is in his career against Lopez. A little high, 1-1 now here in the bottom of the first. The 3-1 now from Lopez to Contreras. Ooh, right on the corner. I wanted to swing at that one, but I thought it was going to keep on tracking the inside. We got a 3-2 count now for Wilson Contreras. Nootbaar sees 1 pitch. Contreras is going to see all of them and work a walk. That works. First walk allowed of the season for Pablo Lopez, and we get Brendan Donovan up to the plate now. Ooh, that one foul ball. That was a nice curveball. I liked it, though. 278 average last year for Brendan Donovan, 14 home runs, 759 OPS. Looking for some solid production out of Donnie here this season. That one froze me. That was nice. 7th round pick in the 2018 MLB draft. 0-2 pitch from Lopez. Thought about it. 1-2. That curveball's got a lot of break on it from Lopez. On the ground, right side. Ooh. See if Donnie can get there. I think that's an infield hit. Yeah, they will score a base knock, and the Cardinals' offense might be in business right here. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And Nolan Arenado to the plate for his first plate appearance of 2025. Arenado, of course, came over in that trade from Colorado in 2021. Was actively shopped all offseason by John Mozeliak. That was a good curveball, or a good fastball. I thought was going to be something breaking. 1-2 count. Well, he went higher. Chased 1. See if I'd chase another one. 1 out. Runners at first and second. In the dirt. No swing. 3-2 count. Pablo Lopez here in this opening inning might be unraveling just a little bit. The 3-2 pitch to Arenado. Ground ball. He's going to get a double play to get out of it. Tough end to that inning. Cardinals get runners on first and second, but end up grounding out into a double play to end the inning. Byron Buxton comes up to the plate to lead off the second inning now for the Twins. The 3-2 to Buxton. Curveball up a little bit, and Buxton fouls it off. 3-2 once more. And it'll be a walk.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. That one fouled off.
Ryan Jeffers to the plate. That one's not going to be able to get gotten to.
There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. Out of here. So he just clears the wall. And
that was tough. Home run, Ryan Jeffers. I'd like to see the location on that pitch. 3-0 Twins here early on. As Sonny Gray not quite getting it done. Here we go with the show motion. Sonny Gray just missing all of his spots. I mean, that thing just toppled on top of the wall. Just barely enough to get out of here. Sweeper down and away. I mean, Trevor Larnach, the 0-1, and it is ball one. Ground ball to Nolan Arenado off the 1-1 pitch. And it's the first out of the inning. A walk and a home run thus far here in the second inning, as the Cardinals down 3-0 at the moment. The Twins scored 3 runs all day. Opening day. Jordan Walker gets to it on the first pitch, and a good comeback for Sonny Gray on these last 2 batters, getting the 8 and 9 guys out. Willie Castro, who steps in with a single already on the day. And that one will be a fly ball out to Lars Nootbaar. So quick end to the inning. But Ryan Jeffers home runs first. With the runner at first base, it was Buxton. Twins up 3-0. So here is Alec Burleson, who had 269 a year ago, to lead off against Pablo Lopez. We'll watch strike one right down the middle. Probably should have swung at that one, but kind of giving it a pitch to see. Try to work that pitch count a little bit. That one down and away. Good circle change. Pablo Lopez doing a pretty good job mixing it up so far. Oh, it was a walk and a single last inning. Just remember we lost.
This one in the air. Miranda.
I got out with 2 men on, and that's going to be a pop out to first base for Alec Burleson. Before I'd actually started this game once, and Nolan Arenado doubled in the first at bat, but I had myself muted the entire time, so went ahead and just started this video over here on opening day. That one right down the middle. Looks like I'm going to have to ambush Pablo Lopez. I think that might be the strategy moving forward, because it seems like every pitch has been right down the middle to start out. 1-1 count now here to Herrera, getting his first AB of 2025. 2-1 count to Herrera. A solid hit, good contact at least, but we are hitting it right at people when we do get good contact, it feels like. Got the infield hit from Donovan. Let's see who Jordan Walker can step up. Now, I did move Jordan Walker as a secondary position to first base and outfield. Ooh, that was a good curveball. So we are going to try him out throughout the season at first base. I'm not sure how much I'll use him at first base, but I would like to kind of see how he works over there. I mean, he's got some athletic capabilities, obviously, being an outfielder. I feel like it might fit him better, but that is going to be a line drive to third base to end the inning. And the Cardinals are down 1-2-3. We'll see if Sonny Gray can finally have a spotless inning in the third. So it's Jose Miranda to lead off this third inning for us once again. That one is going to be a fly ball to left field into foul territory. Lars Nootbaar over to make a play on it. One gone on one pitch for Sonny Gray. Good start to this third inning. We got Carlos Correa coming up next. Again, a dangerous hitter in Correa, so we're going to have to be careful with him. Fastball down and away, and that one's going to go through for a base knock. A 1-out single for Correa. Royce Lewis once again. I did mention how I had to restart this video just from not paying attention that I was muted. I only played like the first maybe 2 innings, but Royce Lewis hit a 2-run home run in that one as well. So he has done some damage to us already. And it's pitches like that, leaving that sinker right up there. Strikeout on the outside corner. And Sonny Gray gets back. 2 gone. Trying to have our first spotless inning of this 2025 season with Sonny Gray. He's allowed 3 runs in the first 2. I just can't get that timing down on that sinker. And that'll do it, though. So they get a hit, but nothing doing out of it for Sonny Gray. We will go to the bottom of the 3rd, down 3-0. Victor Scott to get his first plate appearance of the day and season. 179 batting average a year ago. Great defensive center fielder, though. I do think that's why the Cardinals have him starting. And I do kind of like Victor Scott starting. I'm not going to lie. 5th round pick in 2022. But for the defense, have him hang out around the bottom of the order. See if maybe this bat can develop a little bit. Right down the middle, Victor Scott puts the charge into one into right center field, and the baseball gods just aren't fair sometimes. That's a fly out to center field and Byron Buxton. We got Mason Wynn coming up next. Hit for 267 a year ago, 15 home runs. Perfect on that Victor Scott hit. All for naught. There's strike 1 with an up and in fastball on Mason Wynn. Ooh, curveball got us. Early on it, weak contact, ground ball over to third base, and there's 2 gone. And we'll flip the Cardinal lineup back around to Lars Nootbaar. Get a big Noot from the crowd as he comes up for his 2nd plate appearance of the day. That'll be ball 1 outside with the circle change. Nootbaar 2 for 9 with a double against Lopez in his career.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
0 for 1 today thus far for Nootbaar. Of course, he had that big home run against the Twins on opening day. There's a drive to right field. Maybe speaking into existence? No, it's off the wall. It's going to be a double for Lars Nootbaar. Maybe some 2-out life for the St. Louis Cardinals offense right here. Wilson Contreras will see if he can bring Nootbaar home. Very solid contact right off the top of the wall. Just missed a home run by a few inches. Wilson Contreras due up next. He worked a walk last time up. Ooh, I don't know about that call. I don't know if we went. Let's see over there. I guess it looks like on the replay, but I don't know, man. That was close. There we go. Too early on it, man. He put that curveball right there. 0-2 count now, very quickly. Oh! I didn't like that one either. I feel like he checked both of those. I think we should be sitting at 2-1 right now. Instead, it's a strikeout. And we leave another man in scoring position. Buxton will lead off the 4th. He led off the 2nd with a walk, so there we go. We got some good timing on that sinker finally. Sonny Gray, hopefully he gets better as this game goes on. The first 2 innings have been rough. Spotless 3rd inning. Now on to the 4th. Good curveball on the outside, fouled off by Buxton. Of course, he fouled off a lot of pitches in that first AB. They end up working the walk. The sweeper is another foul ball. Now, I may mess with the sliders a little bit when it comes to stuff like that, just from what I've heard. And I mean, I think this is at least, we're going on almost 10 fouled off pitches just from Buxton alone in 2 ABs. There's a strikeout on the sinker, which we'll see how I go with the sliders. I'm not 100% sure at the moment what I'll do with all of the sliders. But that was just from watching Mr. Hurricane, which I talked about in the first episode a little bit. But he does a lot of really great content. Shout out to him. That I've been watching for years and kind of maybe emulate a little bit, I think maybe the right word. This is my style of gaming, you know, get into the franchise and stuff. Although, may I have some live streams doing a little bit of Diamond Dynasty. Honestly, Diamond Dynasty is the only mode that I personally play out of any of those Ultimate Team modes, out of any game mode. Curveball, another foul ball. 0-2 count. Try to finish off Ryan Jeffers, who has a 2-run home run to his name today. Sweeper down and away, another foul ball. See if we can get him with a curveball. Another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. We've had to throw a lot of pitches to get both of them, but we'll take the 2 strikeouts after those first 2 innings. Were pretty rough for Sonny Gray. Foul ball on the first pitch of the at-bat. Trevor Larnach, who spent his entire career with the Mets. The Twins, excuse me. 3-0 Twins, and there is an 0-2 pitch fouled away again.
Change speeds a little bit, try to move it around.
Get him with the sweeper. Sonny Gray strikes out the side in the 4th inning. It took Sonny Gray a couple of innings, but he is locked in his 3rd and 4th innings. See how much we can get out of him today. Brendan Donovan, we get to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Donovan and Arenado to start this thing off. Donovan 1 for 7 in his career against Lopez. Curveball inside. Boy, that was a good curveball. I definitely wanted to swing at that thing. 1-1 count to Donovan.
That one missed.
Ball 1 outside. The 2-1 from Lopez. That one we were very late on it. Jammed us a little bit, I think. Weak contact, and they fly out to Lewis over there at 3rd. Nolan Arenado 0 for 1 with a ground out. He steps up for his 2nd plate appearance here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, that was a bad call. Arenado does not like it. A little back and forth between the Cardinals star 3rd baseman and the home plate umpire calling balls and strikes. The 1-2. Nolan Arenado with a drive out to left field. Looks like that thing's going to hang up in the air long enough for Larnach to grab it in left field, and there's 2 gone here in the 4th inning. Alec Burleson to the plate now, 0 for 1 with a pop out. Not getting a lot of good contact so far. Here's ball 1 with a fastball down and away from Lopez. The 1-1 to Burleson. There's a good hit. Smoked it into left center. That's going to be a double into the gap for Burleson. So the Cardinals offense going to get another chance with 2 outs. See if we can push a run across. Burleson with a very solid hit out there into left center. Need to give these fans something to cheer for at this point. Try not to strand another runner in scoring position, and the sweeper freezes us. And that will end the inning. The Cardinals still down 3-0. So here is a look at today's stats from each pitcher so far. 3 hits allowed by Pablo Lopez. 1 walk. Sonny Gray the 1 walk as well. 3 earned runs, the big difference. A couple more strikeouts, Sonny Gray over Pablo Lopez.
Gray back to work.
Edward Julian will start off the inning. Victor Scott gets a chance running in, and that is out number 1 on pitch number 1 of the 5th inning. Very solid play from Victor Scott. Hey, like we said, the defense, that's why he's out there. He did have a good AB in his first AB, just hit it right at Byron Buxton. Sonny Gray, this will be his 50th pitch of the game. I feel like we have done pretty good pitching-wise. It's just the few runs that we allowed early in this game that is coming back to haunt us right now, because this offense cannot get going. I do think that's a worry for the Cardinals in 2025 in real life, the offense and where they're at. There's strike 2. I think the bullpen's a little more worrisome, but I mean, this offense is going to be a problem for us this year if we can't get certain bats going. We're not going to get Sonny Gray going for us every day. The 3-2 delivery. Sinker outside. That's going to be walk number 2 for Sonny Gray on the day to bring up Jose Miranda. Ground ball to short, exactly what we needed. Double play ball slid into him. Brendan Donovan finishes the play out, though, and we get a double play to end the inning right there. Great play. Brendan Donovan took a hit on that slide a little bit. Great start from Mason Wynn getting over to Donovan. Donovan steps out, takes a little bit of a hit. Great job by Brendan Donovan right there. So Jordan Walker will lead us off here in the bottom of the fifth. Again, you know, I've talked about it plenty in these first two episodes. Would really like to see Jordan Walker be able to take that next step this season. Hopefully be able to see him at the big league level all year. That was a good sweeper. Got us a little bit out front. There we go. That's a good hit. It's going to be a fly out, but good contact on it a little early. And traveled a ways. If only we could get something that actually goes somewhere. Seems like every good contact hit we've had has just had a little bit too much carry on it, or a little too much loft. Just hangs up there in the air, not getting down. Had a couple of gap shots. Victor Scott, speaking of which, he had a perfect hit out into right center that Buxton was able to run down. It just hung up in the air a little too long. That was a good curveball right there. Got us out in front. Definitely thought it was a fastball coming up high. The 0-2 to Victor Scott. Sweeper inside for ball one. We've pushed that pitch count up on Pablo Lopez. That has not resulted in anything for the offense thus far, though. There's ball two high. So the 3-2 to Victor Scott. See if we can work another walk. That one inside, and we do. Victor Scott walks, and the Cardinals will have a runner at first base. See if we can't get Victor Scott over to second, maybe. Victor Scott's going. It's a curveball. It's in there. But a stolen base for Victor Scott nonetheless. The speed and defense. Hey, work a walk. Get to second. It's as good as a double. Cardinals with a runner in scoring position, I think for the first time today, with less than 2 outs. That one we should not have let go. Seems like that sweeper just varies in a big way of like the angle and the speed at which it's coming in. It's 87 miles an hour. I don't think he'd thrown one over 83 all day. There's a line out to third base, and now we face the familiar position with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Lars Newbar with a double. He was one of the heroes of opening day for the Cardinals. In real life, let's see if we can make him a hero in this game. In game 1 of our franchise. 1-2 count. Sinker got him. Strikeout to end the inning. Sonny Gray kicks off the 6th inning back on the hill. And with it being opening day, I kind of assume this is going to be our last inning with Sonny Gray out there. I want to push it. He's had a good pitch count all day. Gave up 3 runs early, but able to settle down and have a decent performance. He just didn't have any offense behind him today. Best Sonny Gray is probably going to be able to hope for is going to be a no decision. There's a strikeout of Carlos Correa. 5 strikeouts on the day now for Sonny Gray. And again, solid day for Sonny Gray. Just no offense behind him. 3 runs in 5 1/3 thus far. 5 strikeouts. Cutter in there for strike 1 here. Sweeper on the outside, and it is going to be a ground ball to Contreras. Contreras handles it and gets the out. 2 gone. Matt Wallner now will step in. Sinker down and away. Go with the sweeper down and away. Try to get out of this last inning on Sonny Gray's day. That's going to be a bloop. Inside outside. Newbar misses it. I don't know how Newbar missed that thing. That was kind of crazy. Honestly, though, the fielding these last couple of years, I don't know. I didn't play as much 24, but it seems like this year, that might have been kind of me coming down on it, but still, you think that you'd go for the ball instead of just leap forward. Either way. So a walk and a strikeout so far for Byron Buxton. See if we can hold off this 2-out rally for the Minnesota Twins in the 6th inning. See if we can't get some offense going behind Sonny Gray as well in these final few innings. Early on the sinker right there. 0-2 though. The 0-2 one more time. Curveball, strikeout. 2 strikeouts of Byron Buxton today, and a solid day for Sonny Gray. Wilson Contreras will be due up first. Brendan Donovan and Nolan Arenado. Now is the time to get the bats going. Now, Cole Sands takes over. 62 games last year, 71 and a third pitched, 5 holds. Wilson Contreras will lead off against Cole Sands. The 0-1 delivery. That one right there. Should have took a hack at that one. It'll be 0-2. A little too timid with the hitting here in game 1, but we'll get a groove. Like I said, it's been a minute since I played regularly, at least the show. That one inside fouled away, but with the year-to-year saves going away in 2020, I kind of have stayed on MLB 20 the show all these years later, just because I had a franchise I started in 2014. But, you know, honestly, after you put that much time into a franchise, I don't think that I can give that up. So, but the gameplay is drastically different between MLB 20 and now 25 the show. We get the 1-2 to Contreras here. Up and away, swing and a miss. I feel like we had good timing on it, just missed it. And it'll be strikeout number 1, Brendan Donovan, to the plate now. Says we were early. Felt like a good hack. That one right there. Good hit to left field. And that one's going to be over the head of Larnach for a double for Brendan Donovan. And now with Nolan Arenado coming up, maybe we can get something going. Cardinals held scoreless thus far here in the 6th inning. Solid contact for Brendan Donovan. A double here in his 3rd plate appearance of the day. Obviously, we'd like to get something going before we get to the bottom of the order again. And these guys in the middle of the order probably got one more chance later in the game, but it'd be nice to at least put up a run in this inning. Splitter swung on and missed. Arenado fly out in the ground out 0 for 2 thus far on opening day. 1-2 count. Brendan Donovan at second, just 1 out. Well, his 2nd time. Man. I'm not sure if these umpires know what a check swing is. Seems like every single check swing I've had, they're calling it a strike, and I don't feel, definitely that bat was not that far ahead. There's a strike, looked a little inside, but it's going to be called for strike 1. Love to see another double out of Burleson right here. Maybe we'll get something to hit here. You may just pitch around Alec Burleson, a power-hitting lefty. Didn't go. Ball 4. Well, we finally get a check swing to get called correctly, it feels like. And there's a walk from Cole Sands of Alec Burleson. So Ivan Herrera is going to get a chance to hit now. Popped up. This offense, they can't get it going. On is John King for the first time in 2025. 56 games a year ago. 3-3 record. 2.85 ERA. 60 innings pitched. I feel like his ratings may be a little low for especially what he did last year. I mean, low 60s. I think 64 overall. John King. See if we can capitalize on last season. He's going to give up a hit in his first hitter seen in 2025. Got a couple of lefties coming up, though. Hopefully, reason for bringing in John King here. Trying to keep this thing close. Again, this offense hasn't done anything. That's going to be another hit back-to-back down in the corner. Tough one for Nootbaar. That's going to be a double to put 2 runners in scoring position for the Twins. So, rough start for John King on the mound. Edward Julian comes in, and Twins out of the double play ball already. It's going to be a foul ball off the bag. And to third base, that's going to bring home a 4th Twins run. First out of the inning, though, and John King will give up the first run since the 2nd inning. Sonny Gray had a good run there. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings all kept the Twins scoreless. 3 runs early, but when you're not scoring any runs yourself, it's hard to win a game. We got an 0-1 so far. Good circle change. Kept it low enough at least right there on Castro. Come inside with the slider. Mason Wynn delivers a strike to first base. That's 2 gone. 1-1 from King to Miranda. Early on that slider. Contreras able to make a play on it, though, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch in St. Louis on opening day. All right, so we get Brock Stewart. 16 appearances last year, 15 2/3, 5.17 ERA. Walk rate of 11.9%, whip just under 150. So we'll see if we can get something going in the 7th inning against Brock Stewart. Jordan Walker due up first. There we go. That's a good hit. Sweeper deep to left field, back off the wall. It's going to be a double for Jordan Walker to lead off this inning. So finally, maybe a little bit of life for this Cardinals offense and a big hit for Jordan Walker. We're hoping for a breakout season for Jordan Walker this year. The Cardinals have Luke and Baker up, but I do think that we might end up seeing Jordan Walker be our backup first baseman, depending on how Luke and Baker performs early in the season. We got Victor Scott due up. He walked and stole a base earlier. The delivery from Stewart. Down, that ball gets away. Jordan Walker going to third. He's going to make it in. And we now are 90 feet away from our first run of the 2025 season. The ball got away just enough to get into third base. Kind of a close play there at third, but Jordan Walker gets in and has moved up to third base. So a productive out could be a run. If we keep this lineup moving, we got the number 8 hitter and maybe be able to get back to the top of the order, do some damage in this inning. That one right over the middle, and it might do the job. That's a little shallow. We're going to keep Walker over there at third. Probably could have made that, but with nobody out, we'll go ahead and keep him at third, and hopefully that does not come back to bite us. We got Mason Wynn coming up now, and then the lineup will turn over for Lars Nootbaar to come up. That was a sinker right over the middle, inside on the sweeper, almost hit Mason Wynn, takes him off of the plate. Mason Wynn looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 2 so far. Inside strike. Got a good sinker too. We're late on it, and we're going to be with 2 outs with a runner at third. This offense just can't help itself. So we are going to count on Lars Nootbaar to drive in a run. Try not to leave another man stranded out there this inning. After the first pitch was a ball, we get the 1-0 count. Phil Maton ready to come into the game, as you saw. 3-1 pitch from Stewart now with a runner at third. Ball 4 to Nootbaar. Nootbaar will walk. Wilson Contreras up. He has walked once as well. Runner at first base after a walk. Try to take a little lead, but throw over to no avail. The 0-2 pitch from Brock Stewart to Wilson Contreras. Fouled away on a fastball. He finally throws us that fastball. Brock Stewart working backwards in this at bat, starting with the changeup. Tried to get the strikeout with the fastball. And there's a sweeper away for ball 1. Those inside pitches right there, I swear, they have just been catching the corner with 2 strikes. Kind of hard to let that go, and it's going to be a pop out. Well, that will end the inning. A leadoff double turns to nothing for us in this game. Down 4-0. We'll see what Phil Maton has coming out of the pen. So Phil Maton, we looked at before the game started. 71 games, 18 holds last year, 3.66 ERA and 64 innings. 9.1% walk rate with 22.6% strikeout rate.
And here comes Carlos
Whip at 111, and he's got Carlos Correa to deal with to start things out in the 8th inning. The Cardinals have just 6 outs to work with to make up a 4-run deficit, and that is off of Maton. Make sure he's okay, but it's going to be a base knock. We'll see if we're going to have to go to the bullpen here.
he's got some feeling in that leg so he can.
Now they're going to hold off the training staff.
From the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay.
Looks like Maton will be all right, and we will be fine with keeping him in the game.
Now at the plate, inside just missed.
Well, the game plan for this offense
It's a very slow meter.
They're being aggressive at the plate.
Going back to the pitch. There we go. Good sinker on the outside corner. Gets a strike one.
First pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting.
Curveball, perfect spot for a double play. And that's the second one of the day for the Cardinals. 6-4-3 on the double play. Win to Donovan over to Contreras for the second time today. That'll bring up Matt Wallner. The 0-1, slider inside, broken bat. Arenado coming in. Probably should have left that for Mason Wynn, even though he got the out. I'm actually shocked at that. I wonder if they'll, I'm assuming since the inning is ending, there's not going to be a challenge, but I almost feel like they should probably challenge that. Way inside on the slider. Results in a broken bat and the final out of the inning.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll.
Danny Colomb coming in, 33 appearances a year ago, and we got Brendan Donovan, who is 2 for 3 today. Donovan 2 for 3, lefty-lefty matchup. Strike one right down the middle. Hoping Donovan can kind of keep his day going that he's had. That one a little outside and a little early on it. It's going to be a fly out, 2 for 4. Probably the best day of any Cardinal at the plate, though, for Brendan Donovan on opening day. It'll bring up Nolan Arenado, strikeout, fly out, and a ground out thus far in his 4th plate appearance of the afternoon. A curveball on the outside, fouled away, 0-1. You have to wait off. I guess I'm pretty much covering that box, and it's going to be a strikeout. Nolan Arenado, a couple of strikeouts here on opening day, and not quite the opening day he had against the Twins in real life, and now with Burleson due up, and it's looking bleak for the St. Louis Cardinals team right now. Check swing that one in there. I don't think we were going to get very good contact on that. Held off on it and take strike one. There's a solid hit right back up the middle. Burleson is on and 2 outs. Feels like the only time that we've been able to put up any offense. Get a base knock with 2 outs, and immediately somebody grounds out, flies out, lines out. It's not been a good day for the offense. That one inside, good cutter. A lot of movement on that, and Ivan Herrera, who has a strikeout today. Fly out and a pop out. We got a cutter that came inside a little early on it. Ooh, outside with the sinker. Did not expect the sinker. Twins pitching's done a pretty good job at, especially the bullpen. Their bullpen has done a good job at really mixing up their pitches and has got me off, got my timing off a little bit, going fast and slow, although Colomb doesn't really have anything. He moves too fast, and an outside pitch called strike 3. Outside the zone, but gets the call, and that's pretty much going to sum up this day for this Cardinals offense. It's been pretty bad. Chris Roycroft, who pitched in 27 games a year ago, 1-2 and 34 1/3 pitched. He had 1 hold, 4.19 ERA. 140 whip. See what we can get out of our 59 overall reliever here on opening day. He gets an outside strike on pitch number 1, but a 4-0 game. It's not looking good here with just 3 outs to play with in the bottom of the order coming up for the Cardinals. There's a pop-up. Herrera looks like he's got a play on it, and he does. Out number 1. For Rick Roycroft, and not much to cheer for here today in St. Louis for this opening day crowd. We're going to get a replay of the home run that made it 3-0 in the second inning. It's a sweeper down and away from Sonny Gray that he just hit right on the top of the fence out there. Just barely got out of the stadium. Still kind of surprised it did end up getting out, honestly. Roycroft will get to face Jeffers now. And an inside strike.
off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And that one's going to be blooped up there for a hit. It felt like Donovan had a play on it, but
So they get a man aboard with a one-out
it'll
single.
be a base knock.
Really nice job of two
See if
strike
Roy Croft, that name is killing me right now, but can work out of this jam. Lefty coming up, and Trevor Larnach. At least you got the bottom of the order here for Roy Croft. Slider down and in for strike two. See if we can finish him off with a runner on. Slider down and in once again. Don't want to go up and in just because there is a runner at second. Gets the strikeout either way, so there's two gone in the inning. Edouard Julien will come up. It'll be the number 9 spot in the order. And we do get strike one. That one close. I had a little gripe right there. Maybe we got a callback. Not as big of a moment as that strikeout with runners in scoring position, but nonetheless, here's a fly ball out to Lars Nootbaar, and that'll do it. The Cardinals have one more chance to score 4 runs. Down, we got the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 coming up. Walker, Scott the second, and Mason Went. All right, it's time to break out the rally cap in St. Louis here in Game 1 of the season. Jordan Walker due up first against Michael Tonkin, who is in. That one fouled straight back. Good contact on it, though. 95-mile-per-hour fastball just outside. Weak contact, a little early on it. We'll get the 0-1 from Tonkin next. Ball 1 outside. 1-1 count from Tonkin. And that is inside for ball 2. 2-1. I guess at this point a walk might be just as good as anything else. We need base runners. And even if Jordan Walker were to put one over the wall right here, we still got a 3-run deficit. Victor Scott on deck, at least got some speed over there, I guess. We'll let that one go. It'll be 3-2. The 3-2 delivery from Tonkin. 4-0 game. Twins up. That one put right there. Good timing on it, but it's going to be a fly out to left field. There's just zero pop in these bats. Victor Scott 0 for 2 with a walk today. He did have a stolen base off of that walk, so I do believe we will take another one. He's kind of been held in check. He's had a couple of really good hits, but not able to do anything. Hit both of them right at Twins defenders. We got a 1-0 count from Tonkin. That one inside strike on the corner. The 1-1 delivery from Tonkin now. Victor Scott right over the middle. He launches one into right field, and maybe he'll be able to get his first hit. It's gone! Just barely getting out. Victor Scott. Not the guy I expected to hit a home run on opening day whatsoever. But that one comes right down the middle, and Scott is able to put a charge into it. That thing just kept carrying. And it seems like all day today, the ball has just ran out of life. Even on the Jordan Walker one on the last one, that one just kept carrying. I feel like the Twins were the only ones to really get anything to carry, and that's perfect. Almost Wallner, very close to robbing us of a home run right there. That'll bring up Mason Wynn, but at least we do get a run. That one up and in, and that one's smoked by Mason Wynn, but it's going to be right at the left field. That right there, the story of the day. Between that and getting guys on and not being able to capitalize, it's been a very tough opening day. We're going to get to see another pitcher out of the Twins bullpen now. We are going to see Griffin Jax. Last year, a 2.03 ERA in 72 games. He threw for 71 innings. 10 saves and 16 opportunities, 34.4 strikeout rate with just a 5.4% walk rate. He will come in to meet the top of the order as Lars Nootbaar will get a chance. He has got a double in this game so far, and that first one looked good at first. Sweeper down and in. The 0-1 from Jax. That one down and in. Lars Nootbaar is going to get his second hit of the day, and if only that thing could have pulled a little bit further to the right, might have had another double there. And all right, well, where has this been all game is the real question, I guess. But we are getting to see some solid offense in this 9th inning finally. 2 outs. And it would be fitting if we were able to get Lars Nootbaar over into scoring position. That's a good sweeper, 89 miles an hour. As I talked about, the mechanics between 25 and 20 are kind of fascinating because I don't understand how that was that early at 89 miles an hour. But, you know, just in the last 5 years, this game has changed a lot. And by that, I mean baseball in general, just the game of baseball. I mean, you got all these guys coming out of the bullpen just throwing gas, 100 plus. And just think back, like, even like when I was a kid, felt like 95, 96 was insane. That went up, and that is going to do it for the Cardinals here on opening day. It'll be 4-1. A loss on opening day. You get the trophy for not getting any errors, but with no errors comes no offense. So a solid performance in the field, I guess, we can hang our hats on. But I guess we will dump the rally cap now. And unfortunately, maybe a long season ahead of us here. Sonny Gray takes the loss. Only gave up 3 runs in 6 innings. I don't really feel like it was a bad performance out of Sonny Gray today. Just, again, when you get no offense, can't really do anything. So that'll do it for opening day. Again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button for me. We're going to keep having these Cardinals franchise episodes coming towards you on MLB 25. The show just had another Jackson Carter video dropped. I want to try to at least finish out his freshman year, but my main focus is going to be this Cardinals rebuild. Rough first game, obviously, and the bullpen wasn't as much of a problem as I thought it might be, at least in game 1. Victor Scott with a home run on opening day. Pretty shocking to me personally. Ryan Jeffers ends up being the player of the game, 3 for 4 home run, 2 ribbies on that home run. Not a lot of scoring period, 4-1 total in this game. Burleson had a pretty good day, as well as Donovan and Nootbaar, all of them hitting for doubles in this game. So a little bit of hope, I guess, to have, but got to cash in because how many runners did we leave on base is really my question, which I don't know if that's just a stat that's lost because I don't see the stat anywhere. I would like to know exactly how many runners we did leave on base, especially in scoring position. Doesn't look like we're going to get that anywhere in this, which when did we stop keeping track of left on base? Where is that at? I guess if you know, let me know in the comments below. But that will do it for episode 1. Again, opening day. Tough loss for the St. Louis Cardinals. Sonny Gray, decent performance. He goes out there 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. John King gave up the other run off of 2 hits in 1 inning pitched. Other than that, Phil Maton, Chris Roycroft, both solid outings, 7 total strikeouts, 6 of them from Sonny Gray. Victor Scott, though, showing a little power and speed. See, maybe he develops into a decent outfielder for us. He's obviously out there for the defense, but he did a little bit with the bat today. A little bit with the legs, and a tough 4-1 loss in this game. So we will see you in the next episode of the Cardinals rebuild.